Sex, porn, love addiction is all about self soothing to manage your emotions. It got set up back in the childhood development years. It's just not about sex, it's not about porn. It's all about the repeated use has set up the physiology to crave those dopamine, serotonin, oxytocin, self manufactured drugs in the body. It's impacting women, men, children aged 10 to 75 across all the age ranges, the sexes, the cultures, the professions. It increased exponentially during COVID lockdown and impacting so many lives. The Kairos Center has created the first online comprehensive sex porn love addiction. It's a video on demand recovery program which you can access from anywhere in the world and begin to see identifiable changes just within 6 weeks of beginning this weekly program. Kairos means your appointed time. Isn't it your time to reclaim your life? Bring color back to life without shame. Click the link below and begin your journey. You owe it to yourself and to others. The parent and child. I have 3 children, including one I'm married to. Ooh, ouch. That husband, that wife, is the third child. Often, of course, it's us husbands who are seen as the third child. A parent might joke in that way. I have 3 children, and the one I'm married to is the third one. Might be a joke, but a lot of truth in it, I guess. They feel responsible for nurturing their partner, whom they regard as less capable. And you might hear them saying to their partner, "We're going out in a minute. Have you got your coat?" Can you also see that TA, transactional analysis, that parent, adult, child that I told you about? Can you see that at work in this parent-child relationship? And this type of pattern often develops after a couple have had children because they've had a chance to practice on how to be parent to the child. So they now can switch that approach to being a parent to the other adult partner in the relationship. But it may also occur when one partner becomes vulnerable, for instance, after they have been ill, after they lose their job. Or maybe the dynamic a couple start out with is that parent and child relationship. That's going to be a problem, that one, because if the other grows up or tries to change, and some people, some partners need somebody to care for, to nurse. So if the patient starts to get better, it's going to perturb the relationship because they've got nobody to look after and care for because the patient is recovering or the other partner's growing up and taking their responsibility. It's going to perturb the couple fit. The parent partner is attracted because they feel that in caring for the other person, they found a purpose in life. Is that you? This is a hard one, isn't it? Because if, for example, you were the eldest child that got used to looking after the younger children in your household as you grew up because of mum and dad's busyness of life, as you grow into adulthood, you may want another child to look after because you're so used to looking after the younger siblings. Ooh, this one's hurting a bit, isn't it? For some of you. Ooh, yuck. You may have to rant and rage against me for saying some of this, but actually what I'm trying to do is help you to shine a light on you and see if this fits you. Because the couple dynamic fit like this may not be working and may have stopped working, and the other partner may have wanted to come out of their role but you'd not let them. It's really difficult to change parent and child fits. Oh, here's this other interesting couple style that this article identifies. It's called idol and fan. Idol, idealize, and fan. Everything is black and white for this couple. One person is all good, everything about them is wonderful, and the other person worships them. It may be that in reality, both are successful, but one adopts the role of worshipper to boost the other's self-esteem. In some cases, the idol may collude in telling the fan that they are inferior and will never find anyone else to love them. This kind of relationship can be short-lived because there's no room for either to develop and to grow out of the role. And if they try to, and if they do, it's going to perturb the relationship. You know, whenever I use the term perturb, I'm thinking about seeing a beautiful still lake. And then you standing on the bank, throw a pebble into the middle of that beautiful still lake. And when you throw the pebble in, plop, what do you see? You start to see the ring of ripples getting wider and wider and wider and wider. That's what I call perturbing. And if you apply that to the relationship, perturbing the relationship, it's a bit like the seesaw. If one does a movement on one side of the seesaw, remember Jake and Jasmine, it's going to have a corresponding impact on the other side. So, in this idol and fan collusive fit, it's more likely that the idol will have a series of short-lived relationships with different fans. But they'll adopt the stance, you don't appreciate me, so I'm off with someone who does. Then, of course, they could have a chase going on, a cat and mouse, to try and get the idol back. This Babes in the Woods couple seem to share everything from opinions to hobbies to clothes. And these two individuals recognize each other's similarities and are reassured by the similarities. It's a pattern typically found in new relationships or where the partner, one of them, may feel insecure. Perhaps they've been hurt in the past, so security appeals to them. Babes in the Woods can be so focused on each other that it's difficult for anyone else to penetrate their world, their relationship, including friends, even children. They are often described as best friends with a strong and united front, but that makes them impenetrable. They're lacking the differential spark. They're lacking differenceness. If this works for the couple, who are we, even as therapists, to get in the way? But of course, if the couple present, it probably is because it isn't actually working like they would like it to be working. The relationship, that is just not working. The dynamic actually isn't working and is not fulfilling. But they don't understand why. So what we're here to do is help them to see and better understand. Move stuff from the unconscious to the conscious. In this article, she goes on to find even more collusive fit names. This one's called the grown-ups. And this is a functional relationship between two mature people at ease with their differences and with little interest in conflict. They are sensible and accommodating. It might sound ideal, but beware. This is not a relationship of peak emotions. This couple might not be spontaneous, and there won't be challenges. These two will never have to face their dark side, and so their relationship may lack a little fire. It could be boring. But if we're boring together, that's fine. It's not for anyone else to give you something you don't want. But if you're listening to this webinar, maybe actually one of you wants change. You need to begin a conversation. Which one of these collusive fit are you? Send me a message. It's time to get your relationship back onto a better footing for your future. Let's do some work without shame and bring colour back to life. Send the email, send the message to me, Gary McFarlane, at the Kairos Centre, and let's begin to reclaim your quality of life.